The key to singing this song is to make sure that you have all three vocal placements ready and available in your voice before you sit down to sing it. So let's go through each one. The three placements that Olivia's using for this song is a crying mix, which is like, I know we weren't perfect, but I never felt this way about no one. That's a crying mix. And then the second thing she uses is vocal fry. That's like, today I drove through the suburbs and pictured I was driving home to you. It's got that texturized feeling on the bottom. And the third thing she uses is falsetto. This happens at the very, very end of the song when it's very, very quiet and breathy. I know we weren't perfect, but I never felt this way for no one. So you really have to make sure you have all three of these before you sit down to sing the song. I'm going to give you 3 exercises that you can use to develop each one of these things so you can sing this song perfectly. Crying mix. The best way to get into that is honestly to cry like a baby. Have you ever watched a baby like fall down and bang their head and then they sit back up and there's a split second before they realize that they're hurt of silence? It's like whoosh, and then they just let loose. If you can imitate that, then you have a crying mix. What I love to do is cry like on a slide, and then only once it feels comfortable in a slide, I can go back and do it on like a scale where my brain starts to introduce back into the picture the idea that it's musical. So first, not musical. And sometimes if you're tempted to shout through this, sometimes you might have to go into a narrower vowel to make sure that it's not too splatty or shouty. So like instead of sometimes it helps to make a more narrow vowel like and I'm actually not producing as much sound as I was when I was shouting. So be aware of that. It's loud, it's sharp, it's cutting, but it's actually not very shouty or big. So once I've tried that, then I go back and do it on a scale. I know we weren't perfect, but I never felt this way. It makes that chorus feel emotional. I'm not forcing power, I'm facilitating power. There's really a difference between forcing and facilitating. Now for the vocal fry. You want to start this off without the lyrics so you can just grab the sound itself first, then you can apply the lyrics later. What? It's just this very groggy, first woke up kind of sound. And you're probably with that blonde girl, the one who always made. Okay, and that's where she's kind of like almost tired. It's like first thing in the morning. This is really the key factor of this song is that there's such a great difference between the dynamics in the song. Do not be afraid to see how different you can make each section of this song, because that's really where the dynamic feel is going to come from. Third thing she uses is falsetto. Now, true falsetto has almost all air to it. Falsetto is often mixed up with the word head voice. Head voice would be like, where it's got clarity behind it. Falsetto would be, where the vocal cords are open and there's just air escaping. So this is what she does at the very end of the song. I know we weren't perfect, but I never felt this way for no one. So it's all breathy, it's really intentionally soft, and you can almost hear kind of the imperfectness in it. It's not a perfectly, but I just can't imagine how you could be so okay now that I'm gone. Right? That wouldn't have the same emotional quality to it. So there is some imperfection in falsetto, and you really want to embrace that. As far as the volume dynamics go, you're going from here, really, really quiet in the beginning of the song. Those choruses come up, and then it comes way back down again for the ending chorus. So you really want to ride that wave each time you go up into the chorus so that it has kind of a hills and valleys experience for the listener. But the biggest thing about this song, the real key, is that cry. So practice the cry. I actually have tons of exercises for this on my program called The Total Voice. You can find it at thetotalvoice.com. But that's really the key. So try this, and I want to hear your covers. You can tag us on Instagram at Sophie Shear Vocal Studios. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us for more content just like this every week.